What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the After Hours. This is episode number 7. Um, it's already 2026. Crazy. Last time we recorded was what?
I don't know, 2 weeks ago? Last year?
Yeah, last year. It was last year. I know it's been a minute. Everybody's been busy. Everybody's schedules all over the place. Starting 2026. It's been a crazy year. For today's podcast, by the way, we have our co-host Marifer. We have over here Jose Pulido. Yeah.
So basically is
Yeah.
we started the year in a crazy way.
Yeah.
It's only been 11 days for 2026 and it's already crazy on the media and we got a lot of things going on throughout the country, but we're just gonna discuss a couple of topics today that and thank you for having me again.
Yeah.
Like I'm becoming a regular now. So but let's dig into it. I think you had a couple of topics that you wanted to touch today and they're pretty good today.
Pretty
So,
interesting.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to get into what happened recently, the Venezuela raid, I guess you could call it. What would you call it?
Intervention.
The what?
Intervention.
The intervention, Venezuela intervention. So pretty much for you guys that don't know, pretty sure most of y'all know it's been trending all over the place. The U.S. pretty much went into Venezuela and I was gonna say kidnap. I don't know. I guess how would you put it?
I think it was more of to cover the I want to say the politics over there because of the reason of I want to say
Corrupted.
corrupted things going on
Yeah.
over there when it comes to the government and all that stuff. But kidnapping, I don't think so.
No.
A lot of people manage to like that, but it's not the way it is. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, let's make sure that this is our own our own comments. This is what we think it's our own beliefs or whatever.
Opinion based.
This is not for sure.
And
Yeah.
what
Like-
we've seen.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly. So this is what we're
100%.
looking in like the narratives that you see in the media and all that stuff. This is our own opinions. We don't know much about it, but our own opinions are practically what we've been discussing throughout the whole week and the days and all that stuff. It's kind of our own thoughts on this topic.
Yeah.
This is not something that we know or we don't have information or nothing at all, right? But we can take a look at what we can find it online and all this, but it would be good to discuss it again. So
Yeah. So pretty much, I guess the U.S. took over of Venezuela.
Mhm.
We arrested the president, who wasn't really recognized as a president, but was the president of Venezuela.
yeah, so basically is the last time they did how do you call this
Election?
they voted the elections and all
Yeah.
that stuff. There was a lot of things going on with that. There was like corruption throughout the whole process and all that stuff. He ended up being a president again, but a lot of the countries and a lot of the people didn't recognize him as president because it was not fair,
Yeah.
according to what the media and everything pointed to, right? But in reality is, since before it, when Chavez was actually in charge of the country and all that stuff, apparently he gave an order, and it's actually on the news, right, that he appointed him as a president after him because he was already sick or whatever. So they took it. I'm pretty sure they took it to the heart, and they was like, you know what, I'm not leaving the being the president or whatever. If he said if he gave an order, we're gonna respect it or whatever. And there's actually a lot of interviews of him saying that he gave an order There's actually one very interesting that you can look it up. It's with Jorge Ramos.
Yeah.
It's actually an American. Well, it's actually Mexican, but all his career has been in the U.S. and he interviewed the president of Venezuela, and he was saying why he's the president because Chavez gave the order. So I mean, if you think about it, was that
No, it wasn't fair.
it wasn't fair. So and it happened. I mean, in other countries, especially like Mexico, it happened in the past that you can see like certain people like being down like 40% and then the other one 51% and all of a sudden the other one is on top and all that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened on Venezuela. So was it rigged? I don't know, but more than likely it was.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about Venezuela was that I think the um, socialism and communism party was actually been in that country for several years
Yeah.
and they didn't want to
Communist,
drop
communist.
it. So yeah, so I think Chavez was actually there since I'm not sure.
Because honestly, I don't even know when was Maduro even
was-
elected,
It was after Chavez.
which was
Let me see.
I had understood that he had
been in like forever, no? Kind of.
No,
no.
Because honestly, I don't know how long he's been like the president for, but pretty much the U.S. connected him towards like not terrorists, like drugs and stuff, and like cartel related. So pretty much the U.S. just decided to cut that from
Yeah.
happening anymore, and I guess here we are now with
The corruption.
the
The
what?
corruption is what you're talking about.
pretty much
Yeah.
just the U.S. thought it was corrupted.
But what I had understood was that he had surrendered as soon as he seen
What do you
like
mean?
the Maduro surrendered to the United States once they saw them invade
Huh?
Venezuela.
What do you mean?
no. I actually there's like versions that
Mhm.
he was actually very close to close the door of a bunker when he was captured.
I had understood that he had given up, like he had surrendered once he saw the the
No.
people showing up
Well,
to get him.
For what I've seen is there is a version from people from there actually that he was actually close to close the bunker's door and he couldn't. So,
Damn.
but it was crazy to see like actually Trump said on the news that even if we would get into that bunker, it would take like 45 seconds to drop it. It's like it was.
Allah.
I don't know. Trump is it's crazy how he says things and all that stuff. But I mean, it's pretty true.
Yeah,
It's pretty
we have our
true.
ways with the tech.
Yeah, I mean, a bunker is not gonna work.
Yeah,
For-
no.
Especially with how advanced the
No.
technology is for the United States.
Yeah, but going back to Maduro, it's been for over 12 years, from March 2013 until his captured to 2026. He first assumed the powers of the president on March 5th, 2013, following the death of his mentor Hugo Chavez. So he was formally elected in special elections on April 14, 2013, and opened up in April 19, 2013. Disputed re-elections, he was re-elected in disputed elections in 2018 and 2024, which is 2 times already.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Neither of which was recognized as legitimate by many countries, including the United States and the European Union. So, Austin, his presidency ended abruptly on January 3rd, 2026, when the U.S. forces captured him and his wife and flew him to the U.S. to face criminal charges. Following his removal as his vice president Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in as an acting president of Venezuela.
Wow.
So,
that was a good summary.
practically he was pointed out to be the next president by Chavez.
Yeah,
And I thought it was only one time that they kind of got the election rigged and all that, but apparently it was two.
Twice.
So
Damn.
yeah, it's crazy.
It was crazy how like coordinated it was too.
There is like I know I've seen it in a couple of podcasts and also in a couple of I want to say channels that there was an actual plays built and made just to train the exact replica of the house of
Yeah, I saw that.
they call Miraflores, I believe. It's the place that he was actually guarding himself.
Yeah.
So the exact replica
Yeah.
of the house. So with all this tech with the U.S. and everything, man, I mean, especially like I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I think it was the Delta forces, the ones that
Yeah.
are in charge of the man. You can't with the Delta Force.
But I find it's crazy, like how advanced our military is. Because apparently it was just like 20 dudes or something. That it wasn't even that many helicopters. And then, like, it happened so fast. Like, the way in and out. Like,
That's the way it is, man. Especially from like military from the U.S.
yeah.
There is specialized forces like Delta, like SEAL 6. There's I mean a bunch of groups, man, that are specialized on those things. A lot of people don't know the differences between them and all that, but there is a couple of differences between Deltas, SEAL 6, Rangers, pretty much all the Green Berets and all that. Like they specialize on different things, right?
Yeah.
For me, personally, I think one of the highest ones when it comes to do those specific things, Delta forces are the best in the world. So if one of those Delta are actually, they have a target, you're not going to make it. Simple as that.
Damn.
So those are the most, I want to say, trained individuals in, I want to say, the world.
Yeah.
When it comes for those high tech, high plan, and high like value targets that they're gonna practically give it to Delta Force. So
Yeah, because one of their security personnel, I guess that was guarding like the area, he pretty much described it as we saw a couple helicopters come in. It wasn't even that many of them compared to like the Venezuelan army around it, surrounding or whatever. Explosion happened. It was a bunch of guards of them, of the Venezuelan guards. For some reason, there was like a weird explosion that happened, and then I don't know where like they started like bleeding out of their nose, their mouth, like and like there wasn't anything like you couldn't even see it. It was just like weird the way it happened.
I mean, like for years, man, like the U.S. think about it this way: which country in the world spends
The most.
the most when it comes to like
The United States.
on military equipment, army.
That's why we have no
all
free
that
healthcare.
stuff. Exactly. So, nah, that's not true. So, which country is the one that invests the most when it comes to the military? The U.S.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure, man, right now, the U.S. has weapons that pretty much nobody knows.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why people don't know about those things, right?
Yeah.
So they take it very seriously when it comes to like having things in the dark for special occasions. So could be one of those things that pretty much nobody knew about it, and then this practically like paralyzed everything, and it was easy for them to kind of like
Yeah.
get in and out. So
It was an introduction to a new.
exactly.
Yeah. But it was funny how Maduro pretty much kept like threatening Trump to like, oh, come in. Like, we'll
come
be
and
ready
get
for
me.
it.
Yeah.
But those things is one of the things that you don't play around with that, man.
Yeah.
and I was hearing actually Rubio,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Marco Rubio.
Marco. He was actually saying that they had the opportunity to talk about it. They gave him so many options, very, very, very good options to talk and negotiate apart. Pretty much everything about when it comes to working together and doing things differently the way they, and he decided to.
Continue his
Poke
ways.
the bear.
Not only that, I'm pretty sure he felt protected by other organizations and everything else, but you don't play around like that. You don't play around like that, especially for the media, man. You don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Especially,
he was taunting.
yeah, and especially with Trump. There's a very funny video all over the place that he's actually screaming like, "Come for me! I'm waiting you here," and all that stuff. And what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's not. And we're not. I mean, we're not making fun of it. It's just things you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
When you're in a political charge, when you're in a political place, and you're in a, I want to say, in that position, man, you cannot take it lightly. Especially nowadays, everything can happen.
Yeah.
So first of all, if we're into politics, if you're into those positions, the first thing you need to care about is the people.
Yeah.
Which nowadays, it's normal they don't do that, right? But the situation in Venezuela was pretty bad. There's reasons why thing things like this happened. So I don't know, but in reality, he had his chances. He just didn't take them. I'm not saying I condone anything, right? But an intervention is something you don't want in any country. But also, like, if you're doing those kind of things, I mean, expect one.
I was gonna
Pretty
say,
much.
would you say it was necessary?
It wasn't. It wasn't necessary, but he kept doing that. I mean, he kept doing those things. Practically, he forced the U.S. to kind of like go over there and do that. So
Yeah.
you don't
Was it the FIFO?
kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment on that, but it's one thing is like I said all the time. Like one
Yeah.
thing is
They provoked pretty
yeah,
much.
one
So,
thing is calling the devil, and then another thing is watching him in the eyes. So
Yeah.
you don't
Pretty
do that.
much. It's crazy.
But a lot of people. Another thing that I was gonna tell you, and you were kind of like commenting about the new weapons and all that. Actually, this is one of the first times that I see that they used in a special plane that actually block all the like the raiders and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we've never seen that before.
They use some kind of signal jammer?
Yeah.
Or what? Oh.
Kind of like that. So this is the first time that they use kind of like that in anywhere, pretty much. And
Like reported at least, no?
they used it.
Yeah.
Um, as far as I know, this is the first time they do that.
Yeah, because I've never really heard about that.
Yeah. No, there's a couple of things that they mention about, like an airplane or something, a drone, that it was blocking the signals, and then like they couldn't even
Communicate with each other, I guess.
not just communicate with each other, but they couldn't actually track or um, detect like the choppers and all the.
Yeah, because like from what they said, it happened fucking fast. Like
it was actually like a 20-minute
yeah,
thing. Very
Yeah,
very quick.
super
like
quick.
20 minutes. In 20 minutes, they were in and out.
yeah, because bombs went off, helicopters came in, lights out pretty much, and
Go.
in and out.
Yep.
Damn, dude, that's
Very-
crazy.
Very effective. So
And for them not to even get like caught or
I think they were saying that even the security from the president from there was actually not even from the Venezuela
yeah,
regime. It was actually from Cuba or something like that.
damn.
Which I'm
yeah.
assuming that's why they were sending oil to Cuba.
Yeah,
So that's what the media says, right?
Yeah.
They were sending oil in exchange for protection. But protection of what?
I honestly, because isn't Venezuela allied with like Russia and China
I don't know if allies, but they were
working
doing,
together?
they were doing business.
Because I thought it was kind of weird that there was a Russian tanker by Venezuela.
Yeah, that's the interesting part because a lot of people says not even people from Venezuela, people from all over the place, but not even from there, that they're saying like, oh, they're stealing the oil, and I mean, what was going on with the oil before even the U.S. went in there?
Yeah.
They were taking the oil anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There was ships from Russia, China, I believe, going to Venezuela to carry that oil out. So what was going on there? Think about it.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I was just checking the time on there.
Oh,
But no, we're good.
so think about it. What was going on with those ships? Were they selling oil?
Well, no, because it wasn't even like a reported thing. It was just like Russian tanker got caught by the U.S.
Pretty much.
and they basically pulled out of there, or were they stopped?
No, I think it was stopped. One
was
of them
stopped,
was
right?
stopped by the U.S.
Yeah.
There's by now I think there's two already, if I'm not wrong.
So there was sketchy shit happening pretty much before even the U.S.
Pretty much.
intervened.
Pretty
Not saying
much.
that the U.S. was sketchy, but like
I mean, not sketchy because they already presented like things in the UN
yeah,
and they couldn't do anything.
yeah,
The reason why is because there's a reason why Trump actually classified a lot of people like terrorists and all that stuff. There's a lot of things going on there.
yeah,
But I mean, Trump's smart, man. He's not gonna go in there without anything to back it up on
Yeah.
paper. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why for everything that Trump does, man. There's a reason why behind it. The same thing happened with the Gulf of Mexico, now calling the Gulf of America or whatever.
Is that still?
Is that
Still
true?
is. It is. Yeah.
Because I know
I
it
thought it was
passed,
just a
but I
joke.
don't know if it's like
You
actually
can check it out. Like
holding or changed, or
Oh,
people really call it that.
I guess I don't know. I thought it was like
No, like it
people messing
passed. I
around.
think. Don't quote,
quote
me on that.
that.
But pretty
there
sure.
you go.
Is it a fact?
Oh yeah, it is Gulf of America now.
Damn, that's
Now
crazy.
the question here is, the whole thing is actually the Gulf of America, or just whatever is on the line of the U.S.
It's whatever in the line, no?
Hmm?
Whatever's in the line.
Whatever's on the line. The reason why is because there's a lot of deposits of, I want to say, oil that they needed to claim property of the U.S. and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything that this administration is doing is for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Because I think it's cool that pretty much the U.S. is taking control of all, like by control I mean the South America, pretty much. Like when it comes to keeping control of like the drugs and stuff, like staying out, like how they're pretty much
yeah.
Taking action.
taking action and getting rid of all
Well,
like
at
the
least saying that they're taking action.
Yeah.
Right? Because in reality is also like on this side is okay. You want to control the sales of it or the traffic of it.
Yeah.
Right. But you also gotta keep in mind what we have inside.
Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, you need to recover all the people that is already in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. The second thing is, you don't think there's people inside in the U.S. doing that?
Oh yeah,
They
for
have
sure.
to. They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Transport all that. So I think
Pues-
the main thing right now is control the traffic of it,
Yeah.
getting into the U.S. and then hopefully, right, because there's nothing on it, but hopefully the next step is actually recover every single people here in the U.S., which is, I mean, it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, no, because we're just saying that because we know we're gonna get people saying like, oh, plus we have our own problems in the U.S., so why don't we fix our shit first?
Which we do, right?
Yeah.
But that's something that eventually, I'm hoping, right? We don't know for sure, right? But they have
Yeah.
their own interest on things that they're doing. Like I said, like when Trump does something, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
So eventually, something like for now, like do you really think it's because of the drugs that he's doing that? I mean, we already saw that it's not just for that. Also, is the oil.
Yeah.
We gotta be honest about it. There's also interest there that, I mean, the oil is part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's also part of that, the traffic and all that stuff that is going on with all those things. So for me, it's not only that. I think, like we were talking about it earlier today, it's not just a move of taking control of pretty much everything and kind of like get everything in line, right? We're basically in a process of a geopolitical move that we're seeing all over the place. We were discussing that right now. We're gonna deviate from the topic a little bit, but think about it. You're seeing Russia kind of like invading Ukraine. You have China on the verge of taking over Taiwan. You see the U.S. actually taking over South America, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to take over, right? But he took already Venezuela. There's a lot of issues going on with Mexico right now. So, and we're getting to it. We're getting to it right now. But
Yeah.
in reality, is looking at all those things, you're kind of seeing which are the countries that are actually dividing everything and all that stuff. That's my own opinion, right? But you can see it. You can see it.
Yeah. Adding to that, I think it's very funny how like other countries are reacting to it, even though they're doing it themselves. Like how you mentioned, Russia's taking over Ukraine.
Yeah.
China's trying to take over Taiwan. But when we do it for our own reasons,
But
it's bad. But they do it, and it's like, oh, it's because it's our.
but it's all part. It's all part of the narrative, man. Like,
Yeah.
if we understand the narrative, you're gonna see a lot of things that they're gonna pop out, right? Right now, who started it? Russia,
Russia.
right? But there was a reason why.
Yeah.
Right. We were getting close to their borders and all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm not saying I condone all that, but they had the reasons, right?
Yeah.
So, as we move forward, of course, they were gonna close it down, and they started invading. They got sanctions and all that stuff from the U.S., from particularly the whole world and all that stuff. Now, the U.S. did it, but the difference there is the U.S. actually had, I want to say, motive. They classify people there as terrorists and all that stuff. That gives them power to kind of like do certain things. So, like on paper, they backed up with a couple of documents or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's crazy how these administrations do things nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's the legal way, I want to say, right? Was it the right thing to do? I'm not saying it was good, but if we ask to the people of Venezuela right now, what would they say?
Yeah.
I think they're celebrating pretty much everything and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but like I said, I don't condone any of that. But if you ask people from Venezuela right now, like we were talking earlier today, they're happy.
Yeah.
They're actually celebrating all this, and which is funny because people in the U.S. actually is complaining about it
Yeah.
when they're not even over there. So it's like I said, it's all part of the narrative that medias are throwing out there and all that stuff. So, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because there's just a lot of TikToks out there where like people who are actually from Venezuela, who are like in the United States or other countries, they're like celebrating it. They're happy about it. And then you have people in the U.S. who are not even from there complaining about it.
Yeah.
So when they don't even know what's like going on.
Yeah. There's one actually that
This coffee's getting me.
weird.
Yeah,
co-
like
Coffee at this time, and it's not for the weak.
yeah, no.
But the thing with that, man, is there was actually a video from a lady from I think it's from a talk show or something. I don't know if you noticed. I think I sent it to you. That she was saying that she was allowed to celebrate because she spent the worst of her times in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And 2 people from her family got murdered over there. So I was like, okay, so that those are like big words, you know.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to go through that, but also like depends on how you see it. The intervention is a good thing or a bad thing, right? I mean, honestly, do we have the right to give our own opinions to it? No, right?
Yeah. No.
First of all, we've never been in Venezuela. I've never lived there. I cannot say how it is, right? But we can see how the people from over there are, and I mean, it's very noticeable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now there's people over there saying like we cannot even use our social media to do this. If you do that, you get arrested. Um, there's so many things going on over there that it's kind of crazy how um, it was managed. But was this necessary? I don't think so. But like I said, they had their chances to talk. They had their chances to kind of like do it the political way, and they decided to kind of mock the U.S. and make fun of the president and all that stuff. And I think that's what made him go through it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure, man. Like this is my own opinion. Like I said, I don't think the government was the one to actually push for that. I think there's a lot of people that invested in the past on all that machinery and all that stuff that it's placed on the Venezuela that they were like, you know what, we need to push for that because we need to recover that, right? Because as like a lot of people, like I was telling you earlier today that I heard someone saying like, oh, that's not something you do, and complaining about all those things and all that, and I was like, okay, well, we need to go back to the history, right? We need to go back to the history and see what was what was going on before um, this political party actually took place.
Yeah.
Because in the past, before this, before Chavez and before Maduro, um, there was business between Venezuela and the U.S.
Yeah.
What happened after, right? And that was my first answer to that person that he was complaining about that. And my first question to her was like, who actually invests on that prior to this party? And she was like, I don't know. Like you see the things like how come we actually give our opinion on that if we don't know?
Yeah.
That's something I advise everybody to know. Like first, investigate, do your research, and then you start giving your opinions. Right? The U.S. and Venezuela, they've been doing business for the longest when it comes to oil and all that stuff. Prior to it, actually, we were looking it up right now.
Yeah. And it wasn't only the U.S. It was like multiple companies.
Yeah.
That had like stuff going on in Venezuela.
Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, the pioneer of all that, it was actually in Curacao.
Yeah.
The first one to invest over there, it was Shell, Royal Dutch Shell, followed by Exxon and Gulf Oil, and then like you're talking about from since 1912, 1916, Shell actually came along, and then on 1929, Exxon and Gulf Oil started doing business there.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, all these things going on over there, man. The oil might be from the country, of course, right? But who invested on it to actually be in process and all that stuff?
Yeah.
It was the U.S. So part of all that, and we were talking about it, that there is a lot of points that you need to connect when it comes to investigating all this. Part of that is after Chavez, they started doing they privatized pretty much everything when it comes to several companies, even like TV channels and all that stuff, in order for them to control everything.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say the government would say, oh, you know what, I don't want you guys to talk bad about the government. And if you do, they put you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So they started privatizing all those channels
Yeah.
in order for you not to talk. So I was like, that's not a thing you do like when you're in government, unless you're that kind of party, you know.
Yeah. Dictatorship.
So that's why when you hear people talking and all that stuff, do they really know what they're doing? Do they really know what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Sometimes no.
Yeah, there was a TikTok I showed Gilbert earlier of a female, talking about how they shouldn't be celebrating that the United States took over, that it's gonna drain them, that we live under a dictatorship in the U.S. That, like, she's going off about how it's wrong, about what happened. And there's this other man that stitches that video and contradicts her. She's like, oh, she says is speaking into her $1,000 phone with a full stomach, with her freedom of speech, where she won't get penalized by the government for saying what she wants to say. Yeah. And she's not being punished by her food being taken away and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
they're over here, she's over here saying for them to not celebrate when it's something that they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and...
Pues yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much
right.
there.
Yeah.
You know? And we were talking about, like, the differences between communism, capitalism, and then socialism, right? One of the things that I ask you is, not everybody knows how it is to live over there when, let's say you're making... I'll give you an example. You have 2 beef cattle, right? 2 livestock. On those situations, they would actually take them away from you to actually divide them into the, let's say on your block. Everybody has to be the same. You cannot have it. Mm-hmm. That's the way it works. And you get certain portions of bread, certain portions of meat or whatever. And that's the way it is, right? Over here, you have the freedom to do whatever you want, right? And if you make the money, you spend it the way you want. If you do this, you spend it the way you want. So you're free to do whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, over there, it's not the same thing, right? Here, you can grab your social media and start talking about whatever you want. It's up to you if you get in trouble or not, right? Over there, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like I said, that's what I've seen. That's what pretty much...
And that's what that video said, that over there it's 90%. Don't quote me on this, but it's 90% of it. 90% of the people in Venezuela live in poverty.
Yes.
And that they can't say anything because they will be penalized by their government. And over here, it's nothing like that.
Yeah. No. Then that's the reason why a lot of us come to the U.S., right? Mm-hmm. So. Yeah,
she says that the United States is the worst. She's like, she's saying it while actively living here, where people, immigrants come here for a better opportunity. Mm-hmm. And she's over here criticizing the United States.
Yeah. Which is harder than it looks, right? A lot of people say, like, oh, the land of freedom and all that stuff, which it is, right? Yeah. But you also have to work hard.
Yeah, of course.
You also have to work hard. Like, most of us know what it is to live in Mexico and then what it is to live here.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
Very big difference.
So here you have to work. Here is no what if, buts, nothing at all. Like, you don't do your job, you're out. Like, they got someone else to replace you and you're out.
Yeah, you're replaceable at your job. It's not.
So, yeah, the life is good, but you also have to put in the work, pretty much. Over there, even if you put in the work, you still don't live the way we live here. Mm-hmm. So, that's, I mean, it's sad, but also, like, that's what I think it was a good thing for Venezuela for them to happen, because right now, but I mean, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk is, okay, the intervention was done already. The president is already out, the president, and then it's been taken now from the vice president also already. But what's next?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think is gonna happen next?
As far as I know, there was a kind of like a state thing going on over there that apparently the other, I don't know if it was part of the regime of Venezuela that worked with Maduro, was trying to take over when the vice president was there and all that stuff. There was a lot of things going on there, but that's when I believe the administration from the U.S. started talking with the vice president that they were going to try to give her
Oh, that's right. It
Yeah.
was like a female
Yeah.
president
Mhm.
that was planning on taking over.
Yeah. Well, she did. She's already sworn about.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, that's true.
So. She's.
Pero no, pues yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm just repeating. But
Yeah, she's already sworn the president of Venezuela. Like after that happened.
I was seeing that the U.S. is gonna have control, but not full control. Like just
I don't think.
a certain.
I don't think the U.S. is gonna have control of Venezuela. I think they're gonna let the government take control, but with negotiations with the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of input at
Yeah.
least.
So, which is a good thing for them. Why? Because they're already like planning to invest. They already took like I don't know how many millions of barrels of oil
Oh yeah.
to the U.S. and they're planning to reinvest that money into Venezuela. So that's a great thing
Yeah.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the government over there invested into the people, not just because that's how it's been working over there for years. That the people will live in poverty, but the government was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
where the corruption comes in.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's where you have other countries. Have you seen the Gen Z protests that happened?
Yeah.
In other countries where all the Gen Z was taking over, because
Where was that? We talked about
I
it recently.
forgot. But it was all these government
Yeah.
people were pretty much rich, but their people were poor.
Where they made one
So-
of the government officials walk in the rain in their boxer.
So yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it was pretty smart though. He did it, like classifying all these people terrorists or cartel members. They're pretty much affecting us by killing us with those drugs, which is true, right?
It's true.
And also pretty much creating a way for us to legally be able to go into those countries.
Yeah.
Without causing a war, at least.
Not only causing a war, right? I mean, it's more than anything is to have backup.
Yeah.
You know what? There's reasons why.
Yeah.
Right. Do you really think it's the main thing is the drugs? No.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the oil,
Yeah.
but it gives you a way, and also like you're stopping a lot of stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, questioning like if you question the government, right? Not too long ago, man, there was a ship that it was stopped by the National Guard, I believe, and they found drugs on it, and apparently the ship was actually from J.P. Morgan. So like, if you're actually going after the drugs, why is this thing happening
Yeah.
still? Right. So and it's on the news. You can look it up. So
J.P. Morgan.
is it really the drugs that we're going after, like
Yeah, no.
the traffic and all that stuff?
Not 100%.
Not 100%. Not 100%. But hey, at least you actually gave freedom to a country that didn't have anything, right? So I don't
Give
think
a little bit of hope.
yeah, hope at least. But like I said, I don't condone any of that. But
Mm-hmm.
you can ask the people from Venezuela how they are.
Yeah.
They're
It would be good to have some input on how they feel.
so
It was Nepal, by the way.
you
The
want
Gen
to
Z takeover.
The what?
you want to travel to Venezuela to see how they're.
Oh, no, I'm good.
We can do interviews
good.
over there.
I'm good.
The Gen Z takeover was in Nepal.
Nepal? Oh,
Nepal. There's a lot of situations going on right now, man. I think 2026 started with
yeah.
A
rage,
bang.
man. Like 2026 started really, really like moved, and man, I don't see how it's gonna slow down if you see all this things going on throughout the world and everything, especially with like different countries like Russia, like especially the main ones, Russia, China, and the U.S.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm really curious how Mexico's going to react to it. Because I know.
it's already reacting to it, which that was actually the next thing that we're going
Yeah.
to talk about. It's already reacting to it, but
Because I know Claudia keeps pretty much going against Trump going into the U.S. in any kind of way.
Mexico.
Pero I guess that's where Trump classified, what is it, fentanyl as
Fentanyl,
a weapon of mass
Mass
destruction.
destruction, yeah.
Mm.
Pretty much again, legal way to get into Mexico.
Which he already is.
But
Like,
yeah,
There's
yeah,
drones all over the place,
Yeah.
man.
there's been a lot of news on that.
Yeah, there's drones all over Mexico. Which is funny because there's drones on the Gulf Coast than actually on Mexico.
Yeah,
Like what? I mean, we're going after the traffic, or we're going after something else on the Gulf. So, but also there's a couple of them like on the whole border. There's drones everywhere and all that stuff. That's pretty much it. Like you're going in there, not in a way that a lot of people think. Like it's not. This is not a war,
yeah,
right? But hopefully the government. This is for me. This is what I think. This is a way of the administration to kind of put pressure on them to start acting on things that are going on in the country,
yeah. Taking
Right.
control of
in their
their
country,
yeah,
Yeah.
because they have a policy of not going against the cartels, pretty much.
There's a lot of things slide.
And they've said it like openly. We're not gonna fight the cartel.
Yeah.
It's not the way.
yeah, yeah. She's mentioned it several times.
But it's because of it's out of fear.
No, it's because her point of view when it comes to not fighting the cartel
Uh huh.
is in the past we've had presidents who
Fought it.
no, not we like Mexico, who fought the cartel and it just caused a lot of death. So why are we gonna cause a lot of death?
So it's
Like
Shit. What was that?
what the fuck?
sounded
No
sounded like a
mames.
dog.
A la
But-
madre.
Okay,
That's crazy.
So,
But yeah,
Right.
which it was
get-
funny.
getting back to it.
Okay.
Which is that was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Which is funny because there's more. If you look at the statistics,
Sí, okay, el techo. Ay,
Um,
Dios.
if you look at the graphs and all that stuff, man, there's more deaths during this government
yeah.
than previous ones.
Mhm.
So this is really a fact to go out against the
No, not really.
cartels.
But
But
I
I
mean,
mean-
I feel like if it's already happening, might as well fucking actually go at
So
it.
technically, it is out of fear.
I don't think it's out of fear.
Fear. That's
Fear of like losing.
Don't
a
quote
lot
me.
of-
I'm just gonna quote
I
Bukele.
don't know. I'm just
Bukele said,
curious.
"If you're not stopping the cartels and you don't want to go against them, it's
then you're
because
with them.
you're with them."
Yeah.
Mm.
No, this is fingers.
So that's
Mm.
me. That's me. There's
Yeah.
nothing else. Nothing.
Yeah, it's 'cause-
Okay.
I find it really weird how she's pretty much making herself look bad by being against going after the problem.
I don't know, man. But here, like right now, how can you look good
She,
doing what
she-
you're doing?
Yeah, no. It's because there's no.
Everything she's done and says completely looks fucking.
Yeah.
I think she's just waving, like trying to get out of the topics and all that stuff, man. And a
Okay.
lot of people like just don't know how to like put it out there to her because she's just gonna wave it or she's gonna just
Yeah, it's
go
c-
around it.
Yeah, because if you notice her interviews and everything, they ask her questions about cartel related, drug related, and then she's like, "Oh no," she gets pissed off.
Yeah.
We're like, "Oh no, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that."
Just to avoid the topic.
Yeah, she'll go to like food related stuff or
I mean, this
Random.
is my personal opinion. I've lived in Mexico. I know what it is. For me, is first of all, they're very inefficient.
Yeah.
Very inefficient. To this day, man, the government is been trying to get medicine for their people and all that stuff. To this day, they haven't succeeded. There's still a lot of lack of medicine over there. Apparently, one of the project was this mega pharmacy that practically was useless. Right now, I think right now it's already not working or whatever. Then the second thing was this mobile pharmacy that was going to be out there and all that stuff, which is ridiculous to be honest. And the second thing is they made a big deal about this train that it was going to be the trans, I don't know, train that it was going to go all over like the coast and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Not only they affected like nature and all that stuff, recently actually um, failed,
Yeah.
and there was an accident, and there was like 14 people that passed away. There was, I don't know how many, probably 100 injured and all that stuff. If you question it, is there was something going on about that people wanted the ex president's sons to get investigated, and she got mad, and she was saying like, why are they gonna get investigated?
Yeah.
What's the reason they're gonna get investigated? Well, if you go through things and all that stuff, you're gonna find out that the people in charge of that train, and to make sure that everything is being done in that train, contracts and all that stuff for millions, man. It was
The kids from the past president.
well, not kids, like the sons of the ex
Yeah.
president. Not only there's videos and things talking about how they steal the money and all that stuff. So no, well, not steal the money, like how they did things and all that stuff. It was not being done.
Yeah.
There's reports about how a company actually was reviewing the plans and all that stuff, and they didn't approve what they did, but it still went over and did it with the low quality um,
Materials.
materials and all that stuff, and look what happened right now.
Damn.
So
I feel like Mexico has a lot of potential, but with the way the country's ran,
I think Mexico has everything they need to succeed, man,
yeah,
if they would do it right.
yeah, because you got resources, you got beautiful structures, fucking everything.
Just in tourism, man. Like being a tourist in Mexico,
Yeah,
like if you've been in Cancun, if you've been to all those beaches and all that stuff, like it's beautiful over there, man.
yeah,
But right now, there's a reason why all those places are alone right now. Well, not alone, but there's way too low visits because of what's going on over there.
where was it? Not Cancun. It's I forgot.
Mazatlan, Puerto
No,
Vallarta.
No,
what?
it's another one. What's the name
Cabo?
of that place? Huh?
Los Cabos?
No. It's another. Hold on.
Xcaret?
No, not that's like
That's in
water park, no, or something.
nowhere.
No,
It's a resort.
it's a
Yeah,
resort.
Pues yeah, it's the same thing. Com- Tulum, no.
Isn't the
Tulum?
same. Isn't the
That's
same
what we're talking
place.
about.
No,
Tulum's
but
the
it's in
one
same
that's.
place.
Huh?
It's practically on the same.
Ah, shit. Pues my bad. But yeah, the Tulum has very
Minimal
low
tourism.
tourism right now because of how expensive they're charging everyone.
Not only expensive, man, is there are ways to do things over there. This happened to a friend.
Yeah.
They got there. They were getting the luggage and all that stuff. They're trying to get an Uber or something like that. And the taxi people from there, they actually closed the thing and they didn't let the cart go through. And they basically told him, if you don't go with us, you're not getting out of here. I'm like, what? So they're basically forced him to go in a taxi from there and charge him practically 4 times what it's worth in another. So
What would you do in that situation?
just go back.
Walk around.
Just go back to the plane and go back.
Yeah.
You're
Why-
gonna waste less on a freaking airplane ticket than
First of all, you
fucking
don't
taxi
feel
ride.
safe.
Yeah.
Second of all, like, how are you gonna enjoy your vacations, especially if you have kids? Like, imagine if I'm with my kids and you go through that. Hell no, man. Like,
you're not
you
gonna
go
feel
back.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Nah, go back to the plane and go back. Go to another place. Another place where they respect, like visitors and all that stuff. Because I mean, over there, like, it's not happening. So now there's practically no government who puts actually people in line and say, you know what, we're gonna stop doing this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. There's no control.
Yeah. No, nothing.
Yeah, and this is not to talk bad about places in Mexico or whatever. Like, I love Mexico.
It's just sad.
It's
pretty
just
much.
pretty much nobody's doing anything about it.
Yeah.
So
There's
I
no
don't know.
respect anymore when it comes to tourists.
nothing.
Only in
So-
some places. Some places do kind of like give
Yeah.
you the. Te toca and you get it. You hire a driver, and that one has you up and down, or you get a taxi that you know what, like, okay, I like you. They give you their contact, and you have that person just
Mhm.
driving you around your entire stay.
Which
But they
is-
make you feel comfortable.
Which there's a lot of people over there that you can find in the places and all that stuff,
Mhm.
and they drive you around or
Yeah.
they walk you around and all that stuff, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool, right? And which I don't know how is that gonna happen nowadays? Because actually they're pretty much attractions that they were free to the public before. Now they're gonna charge you. Yeah, like the pyramids and all that stuff. That now they're gonna charge the people. Before they were free. Now
Así
they're gonna
quién va a
start
querer
charging
ir.
you.
Nobody's
Um,
gonna want to go at that point anymore.
Nah,
It's too expensive.
I'm telling you, man, this government is.
And
they're trying
even here, if you just cross the border, you can't cross back because they automatically stop you trying to get some money.
It's. I mean, I think right now because of the way they're doing things, they're trying to scrape money from everywhere, man. So, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but
I was gonna ask you if the U.S. were to get. Well, no, we already somewhat are in Mexico, but because you know with the wall being constructed, like here already in Laredo, and like the rest of South Texas, how do you think that's gonna affect the border towns, like when it comes to violence or like clashes between border towns and
do you think a wall is gonna control that? I don't think so.
no,
I mean, if they want to build a wall, they can build it. I don't care.
yeah,
Who's gonna pay for that? Pretty much, taxpayers.
but yeah, but like you don't think it's gonna cause trouble to like border towns?
I mean, problems are fixed by a wall or by law enforcement.
Law enforcement,
A wall is not gonna make a difference in any way.
yeah,
Is it gonna make it harder for people to cross? Yeah, probably. But I mean, I would advise them to take a look at all the tunnels that
yeah,
are
yeah,
around it. Like,
for real, bro.
it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
So, is a wall is gonna make a difference? I don't think so. Is it gonna look great? Probably, right? But any difference? Probably it's gonna make it harder for the people to cross. That's all.
yeah, because it already is. Because we're at all-time lows of people crossing.
But it's not. It's not because of a wall.
No, because the people, like law enforcement, I
It's
guess.
because law enforcement.
Yeah.
They have a
Just-
big presence by the border right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
huge
And
presence.
think about it. Border Patrol is hiring more than ever right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
So that's one of the things that is like a wall is not going to make a difference.
Yeah, no.
I mean, is it going to make it harder for them? Yeah, probably. But a big difference? Nah. I don't think so.
Right now, what's stopping him is the presence by the border.
Pretty much.
Because even then, you see a couple days ago, you saw the chase from someone that was trying to cross
Oh yeah, that's true.
over.
Yeah, there's been a lot of.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of people trying to cross people over, but
I didn't actually saw it, but I saw the videos online and everything. You saw how many freaking cars of like troopers and border patrols
was
and
bad.
That
constables.
was a lot.
and then there was like I think it was like across here where a DPS car caught on fire after a chase.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around here.
Okay. We're back. Camera died.
Technical
bad.
difficulties.
Just edit that, man.
Hey.
You can just edit that.
Was yeah, right.
We
Never mind.
we restarting.
Yeah.
There was a DPS vehicle nearby here that caught on fire after a chase, and then there was another one a couple days ago where I think they tackled a man into by the Rio, no?
So
Where he was all
just right there, how do you interpret that? There's a lot of presence,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So is a wall going to make a difference or the presence of all that?
Presence.
the presence.
Yeah, so in reality is for me it's the wall is not going to make any difference. And
You think it's just a waste of money?
I think it's a waste of money, but if they want to do it, right? Is it going to make it difficult for them to cross? Maybe at first,
Yeah.
but then after they're going to find a way. Now, what is going to make a difference is the presence that we have right now.
Yeah, because you have a crazy.
Yeah. And you can see it right now.
Yeah.
Think about it. We have a lot of presence throughout the whole border. Every time you're going through a highway, it could be 83, it could be 35, it could be the loop, which I don't know why they call it a loop. They have so many lights. Sorry.
Yeah.
So how many DPS or how many constables, sheriffs, or police department you see?
Even border patrols are.
Even border
patrolling that.
patrols are communicating to each other, man.
It's a bummer.
Like,
Yeah.
so you see a lot of presence, like, everywhere pretty much, right? So, not good.
No, like I should stop because then I'm not gonna go to sleep anytime soon.
So,
Yeah.
basically what it is presence, right? That's going to make a change.
Yeah.
And you can see that, which we've never seen in the past, as high as we see it now.
Yeah.
Is
Because I want to say here in Laredo, we've always kind of had the
like
presence,
that?
but not at the rate we have it now.
No, not right. Like right now.
No,
Yeah.
not like right now. Because right now they have, I think they have the ones on ATVs and drones and the.
Because I want to say it's been around.
It started
No.
more. It started. There's been a bigger presence ever since they started talking about the wall.
I want to say in the South. The South has the shit ton
Yeah,
of border
but
patrol.
ever since we got this new administration,
Yeah.
after Biden to Trump,
Oh, yeah.
I think there's more
That's when
Heavier
it
presence.
elevated.
and people don't look around and kind of like notice a lot of stuff, but you have more cameras than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Not only on lights, on like on the intersections and all that stuff, you have also solar powered
Oh, yeah.
cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen those.
You've seen drones all over the place. You see a lot of patrol everywhere and all that stuff. It's like things we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Not only that, there
Even-
is a lot of like military presence now on the border, and there's more coming to the border.
Mm-hmm.
So, like never before.
I thought that was pretty cool that we're getting like a lot of.
I have nothing against it, man. To be honest.
Yeah, no,
Didn't
it's.
they transfer
nothing.
some of the National Guard over here?
Yeah.
For that same thing. There's a bridge under the outlets. You know where you cross under the bridge to get to the main entrance, to the parking garages.
The one by the park?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the one by the Por el Rio.
No,
Yeah,
it
that
was,
one. That one they have a bunch of. If you ever go down by there, they have a bunch of
like Humvees.
military.
military trucks stationed there,
Mhm.
just keeping an eye on like
That's cool.
who's coming in and out of there. If they see anything suspicious, they stop you.
Yeah.
So I mean, think about it. Are you against it? I don't see why.
No, it's pretty. I think it's
mean,
pretty
there's
cool.
nothing to be against. It's just.
They're
It's
just-
not like it's gonna make much of a difference.
Are they planning on doing something? I don't know, but in reality, is it is a good thing? I mean, for the people in the area.
Yeah. Especially for the ranches and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
a couple years back, if you had a ranch near the border or something, and it was those that don't have the wall, was you have
Yeah.
people crossing shit through your ranch.
Even then,
all the time.
So
down and by Santa Rita, by those streets,
yeah,
like Zapata, más pa' acá, and by LC South, you see people jumping into other people's backyards
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to hide.
Yeah.
my mom's house.
It's
It's crazy. She
Yeah.
had like 20 people in her backyard
My
Yeah.
grandma
that were
she's-
jumping the
my
fence and
grandma,
stuff.
She lives by over there, and she says that at some point she was just washing dishes at night, and she just sees like a border patrol just she has her entire thing gated. There's metal gates everywhere, and hicieron una barda de concrete. She just saw a border patrol pass by, and she's like, "What the? Who's outside?" She peeked out. She's like, "No, get back inside." And they made her lock herself in with my grandpa, and they're just there, waiting for them
It's
to kind of knock
crazy, man.
to tell them that it's all clear.
So I mean, right now, like I said, I've seen it. There's more presence, like
Mhm.
all the way to Zapata, and then going a little bit more up north, up south. I mean, down south. But you can see it, right? And you tell me, was that a thing before? I don't think so.
No, not as.
The
No.
way we have it now, no.
And it's scary because people now just try and enter your house and to try and hide. Because my grandma said she once heard like the doorknobs moving, and when she turned off the light, that's when they all jumped. Like that's when they all left and jumped
Yeah.
out the.
That's a bad thing to do, right? Like honestly,
It's
like,
scary.
Mm-hmm.
if that things happen, please always like I recommend dogs. Love dogs, right? Especially Germans. Um, it's one of the things that you can have in protection like nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's never a bad thing to have your concealed carry and all that stuff with responsibility,
Of
right?
course.
But um, everybody's free to protect themselves the way they can, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying go all out and then buy this. And I mean, of course, have cameras. I have cameras,
Mm-hmm.
dogs, whatever.
I'm
Like,
gonna pull out a grenade launcher and like,
Allah.
get out.
no,
No.
yeah, that's going crazy now.
Yeah,
Not
no.
really, but
It's a joke.
it is actually very. We're in crazy times, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very.
It's good
crazy.
to have stuff.
Have something to protect yourself.
Not to like hurt people, but in a way just protect yourself and your house,
Mhm.
pretty much.
A lot of protection is needed because you never know who.
Yeah. It could be good
It
people.
could be good people
bad
just trying to
people.
make a living, or people that are just trying to
Yeah.
cause harm.
yeah, just don't go crazy like my friend
Oh,
over
what?
here
Who me? What I do?
Oh, what? I don't know.
buying 2,000, 3,000 things just to. But anyway,
It's not that much.
protect yourself. That's all.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, we're in crazy times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's allowed for you to be aware of all those things and protect
Yeah.
yourself.
But it's crazy how much has happened, and it's just the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the rest of the year has in store.
I wonder what the next 2 to 3 years are gonna look like. Cause he has
Nah.
crazy
It's
plans
gonna be
for
a
it.
little scary.
It's gonna be interesting. So I guess I don't know if you guys want to add anything else.
No, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that we need to discuss about this
Yeah.
topic and more, right?
Yeah, we got a lot
There's
of
think
a lot to discuss.
more content coming up this upcoming
Couple weeks.
couple weeks.
Episodes.
A lot more episodes are bound to come. I'm not gonna say when, cause yeah,
Times have been crazy.
Remember, this is after hours. We
Yeah.
need to work
After
first.
hours. After
Yeah.
We need
work.
to do business
just
first.
To wind down.
Yeah.
Chill out.
But
Yeah.
eventually, we're going to talk about a lot of topics that are going on right now. So
Very crazy.
Yeah.
Any suggestions you guys might have?
yeah. Like I don't know if you have any specific topics y'all want us to talk about. Usually, I tend to lead more towards political and like news kind of stuff
The
because I like it a
trendings?
lot. I don't know, it's trendy.
social interest,
Yeah, it's trendy. I like it.
but also like
I like hearing people's perspectives.
yeah, but also like they can comment on kind
Yeah.
of like the topics they want to hear and all that stuff. What do you
Mhm.
think about what we talked today? And also like give us a little bit of feedback
Ideas.
on those things, ideas or whatever, and
We can also cover some fun topics. If
that's what's coming.
Name it, we'll do it. And
But,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty
I
much
think
it.
Thank you for having me again, and
of course, it was our pleasure.
we'll be seeing each other more often, and that's it for me.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Farewell.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you
When we see you.
on the next episode. And don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and
We'll see you all next time.
yeah, we'll see you on next
Good
time.
night.
Toodles.